You organised this protest following from a decision to ban the Conservative Society from social media. Why still have it if the decision's been reversed?
I think for us it wasn't simply about just the Conservative Society revoking the ban. It was also about the fact that this has been an issue not only for the Conservative Society, this is a cross-party issue. This has happened before with the Feminist Society. This has happened where a number of people, like the SU's own officers, have been silenced because they've been critical of SU policy and the way that the SU has operated. And so I think it is an issue that needed to be not only addressed on that short-term basis, but in order to ensure a long-term resolution to the problem that has happened year after year.
So are you saying that you're not happy with the reversal of the decision on its own?
Well, the reverse itself has actually not shown any form of apology towards the Conservative Society. They still are not allowed to talk on their own society page, but on individual personal Twitters they are allowed to be critical. So actually they have done very little in making any form of resolution to this problem and any actually real change when it comes to on a long-term basis.
Are you happy with the turnout today?
I am absolutely ecstatic. There were so many people from so many walks of life, so many different views, like in terms of party politics, people from the Labour Society to the Conservatives, some Liberals, and I think that I couldn't be more ecstatic. If 10 people had turned up, I would have been pleased. But the fact that so many did, it really says that students care about their student union, and I think there's always a rhetoric that students don't care about politics, and I think this protest, if it shows anything, is that students actually do care about what happens and that laws are enforced in the correct way and that people are treated with the rights that they should have on a basic level.
Do you think it maybe highlights the fact that students don't engage with SU bureaucracy maybe, and they actually do care about things like free speech but don't necessarily care about SU, sort of the minutiae of SU policy?
Well, I think for a lot of people, SU policy makes it very complicated for students to understand actually what is their rights and actually when rights are being exploited. So I don't think it's a case of students not being interested in them. It's also a fact that they exploit the fact that people don't turn up to all students' meetings because they put them on at such a late date that people not only don't know the ins and outs to feel like they could talk about it on an intellectual level, but also give them the time to put it into their time schedules and things like that. So I think changes that we are asking for are not rocket science. They are things that the SU can do now, and I think that it will be really important that more protests happen like this if the changes don't occur in the near future.
You're obviously very unhappy. I'll wait for the train to go past, but my question is, you're obviously very unhappy and a lot of people are. Can you summarise in maybe 20 seconds what you think the state of SU politics is, and particularly freedom of speech on campus?
I think it's a case of being limiting in terms of the University of Lincoln right now, and I think the ban has shown a very hypocritical side to SU policy.
Are you concerned by it?
I am very concerned by it. I think if I wasn't concerned about it, I wouldn't have organised a protest around it, and I wouldn't be as loud about sending a message that SU policy needs to change as I am if I wasn't.
And just finally, very briefly, if you can explain, you went and met with Sammy Story, you had a discussion, you handed her some bits of paper as well. What was that about?
Those bits of paper were the 50 minimum signatures that are needed to hold an all-students meeting.
And you got 72, that's right.
And we got more than that, so I'm absolutely ecstatic on that basis as well. We also organised hopefully for a meeting not this Monday but next coming Monday for an all students meeting, so all students should come to that, and we will be discussing a motion on properly codifying the definition that the SU has used, which is to bring the union into disrepute, give a proper definition of what that means, so that students know whether they are justifiably having their, if it was abuse being stopped, or whether it's actually their rights being exploited.
Do you suspect that there's more wrong with the SU than simply this matter? It's a wider issue.
I think it could be. I wouldn't say I could make comment on it as of now. I think we have stood our position for today, and if there is going to be a problem in the future with SU policy, then obviously we are ready and prepared to have another protest on it and stand our ground on it again.